Okay, for example 2, our function is the parabola. The quadratic equation is x squared plus 2x minus 3. Here, a is equal to -2 and b is equal to 1. F of a will be f of -2. That will be -2 all squared plus 2 times -2 minus 3. That will be 4 minus 4 minus 3, so 3, -3. So our point A, f of A, is -2, -3. F of B will be f of 1, and that's 1 squared plus 2 times 1 minus 3, 1 plus 2 minus 3 is 0. So our second point is 1, 0. Let's write that first point in here. The first point is -2, -3. So 1, 0. So we want to find the slope of the line that joins those 2 points. The average rate of change for this function, f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3 on the interval between the x value -2 up to the x value 1 is f of 1, 1. So the second coordinates line up, and f of -2, -2. We said that f of -2 was -3. We still have a -2 for the x value for that point. We said that f of 1 was 0, and the x value was 1. And now this is kind of easy. 2 negatives make a positive. 0 plus 3 is just 3. 2 negatives make a positive. 1 plus 2 is also 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So the average rate of change between these 2 points on our graph, there we go, on our graph is 1. Let's put the graph in there so that we can start to fill things out. I can see, let's do all of this work on another page. I can see that for y equals x squared plus 2x minus 3, the two numbers whose product is -3 and whose sum is 2, well, that would be positive 3 and negative 1. 3 times x is 3x minus 1 times x. So 3x minus 1x is 3, pardon me, is 2x, and 3 times negative 1 is indeed negative 3. That tells me that when y is 0, x will be either negative 3 or 1. Because remember, when you've got the product of two things equaling 0, that's the 0 product rule. If A times B equals 0, then A equals 0 or B equals 0 or both. This or doesn't restrict both. So that means that x plus 3 equals 0. Solving for x, we get that x is negative 3, that x minus 1 is equal to 0. Solving, we get that x is equal to 1. So the two x-intercepts are negative 3, 0, and 1, 0. And let's put those on our graph. We already had 1, 0, so the two x-intercepts are shown. The y-intercept will be 0, comma, negative 3. And let's go ahead and find the vertex just so that it's included in the notes. The vertex of a parabola in the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is the coefficient of x squared, the number in front, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant. The vertex will be negative b divided by 2a, comma, f of negative b over 2a. So let's find negative b over 2a for our function. We have f of x is equal to 1 times x squared plus 2x minus 3. So it looks like little a is 1, little b is 2, little c is negative 3. And that negative b divided by 2 times a b is 2, a is 1. Looks like negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. So the x coefficient of the vertex, the place where the parabola changes direction, is going to be negative 1. And now we just need to find, oh, pardon, yeah, that's right. Wait. Yeah, that's right. And then we just need to find f of negative 1. That'll give us the y coefficient of the vertex. So negative 1 all squared plus 2 times -1 minus 3. That's 1 minus 2 minus 3. -5 plus 1 is -4. So the vertex is -1, -4. So there's our curve. And the line we are looking at is the line. Oh, no, not that line. Okay. Let me copy over parts of this. Okay, so we've got the line joining -2, -3, and 1, 0. It's going to look like this green line. And let's find its equation, because we know the slope of that line. We know that the average rate of change is +1. That's what we found before. And let's use x equals, I want to make it weird. So I want to use x equals -2 and y equals -3. And I'm going to remember that average rate of change is a slope. So we have y equals mx plus b, the slope-intercept form of a line. And we're going to fill in x, y, and m and solve for b. Solve for the y coordinate of the x-intercept. So let's see, the slope is 1, x is -2, y is -3. And again, this is easy. So we get -3 is equal to -2 plus b. If we add 2 to both sides, we get that -1 is equal to b, so that the y-intercept is 0, -1. And that's cool. That's how we drew it. The slope is supposed to be 1 and the y-intercept, and a slope of 1. When I think of it as a slope, I need to write it as a fraction. So 1/1, rise over run. I start at the y-intercept, go up 1/1, and that gives us 2 points to create the line. So the equation of that secant line is y equals x minus 1. 1x minus 1.